Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope that everybody is doing good. Can't see anybody yet on a live video. And so I don't know whether I'm live or not. It says I am, but I can't see. So, yeah. When I see people jump on, then I know I'm live, and then we can get the show on the road. I promised everyone that I was going to have part 2 of a conversation that we started having. When did we have that conversation? 2 days ago. So I'm just waiting for people to jump on so that we can get the show on the road. I can see Sister Jessica. That means that I'm live and people can hear me. I can't see anything. Facebook does weird things sometimes. But never mind. I'm here now. Jump on, jump on, jump on. Let's have this conversation. Please share the video. Please share the video. And let's have a fantastic, wonderful conversation. So this is what happened. What has happened is that recently, a few days back, somebody sent me a video about the chastisement and the abuse and everything that she's been subjected to because she does not have children. And the fact that she's allowed herself to believe that lie from the pit of hell. Hello, Sister Rita, how are you doing? Believe that lie from the pit of hell, that her very existence is defined by whether or not she can have children. Sister Martha, good morning. If you want me to give you a special acknowledgement, the way to do that is to get the love hearts going. I can't see anything at all. Nothing. I don't know what's happened. Hello, Augustina. I hope you're doing good. The first profound statement that I want to make today to all the sisters in the house, and I hope there's some brothers in the house that are watching this video as well, is that you are not defined by whether or not you can have children. That is not what makes you a woman. You need to understand this. You need to accept it. You need it to soak into the core of your soul, because that's the only way you're going to survive and traverse on the surface of this planet. Hello, Mr. Kweku Michael. How are you doing? Yeah, thank you so much. Right? I'm 42. And the one thing that I don't talk about much, those who saw the videos from the very beginning when Sika Educate started would know, but what I don't like to talk about much is that I'm a middle-aged woman and I ain't got no children. I've never been pregnant. I've never had children. I can't have children, period. My sister Emeka, or is it my brother? I don't know. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right? Nanekuya, God bless you. I can't have children. Medically impossible. It can't happen. It's not going to happen. I can't have children. Okay. That is a painful truth and a realization to come to. And those who started this journey with me almost 3 years ago have hopefully seen a shift in the sort of person that I am as a person. Because when I started off talking about this, it was very emotional. I cried a lot. It was painful. But I've gone around full circle and come to a place of peace. If God chooses to do a miracle and one day I end up pregnant with children, obviously you would see it because it will be everywhere. But until that day comes, I am just here enjoying my life. I am not going to put a second of my precious life on hold because I ain't got children. And that is what a lot of us women are doing to ourselves and allowing people to do to us. You know, what you allow, you accept. And what you accept, people will treat you the way that you are accepting and treating and allowing yourself to be treated. I will not entertain any kind of disrespect or abuse from anybody, man or woman, because I don't have children. I'm sorry, but I'm just not going to do that. God is still in the miracle working business. He does what he does, when he wants, how he wants. But for me, I have come to a place of realization that you can't force him. You can't make him do things just because you think that that is what is right for you. If you're trusting God, you're trusting him completely, that his ways, his thoughts, his everything that he is doing for you in your life is how it is meant to be. You cannot go and lie down and kick your feet like you're a child that is throwing their toys out of a pram and make God do something because you think that that is what is good for you. Because you can't see the end from the beginning. He can. And so I'm 42 and I ain't got children, but I'm 42 and I'm living my life. Plain and simple. Now, I got the story from this woman. And she's sitting in a marriage where her husband beats her up, goes to bring other women to the house when she is there present, and sleeps with them. She's actually been driven out of her matrimonial home to the guest room to make way for the women who presumably can have children to be the ones that have the right to sleep on the matrimonial bed. I am sorry, but that is the highest sense or order of disrespect. She is choosing to put up with it, but me, I will never do it. The day I'm disrespected in a relationship because I don't have children is the day I pack bag and baggage and leave. Monkey no fine. But my mama still, they love me. I am not going to allow anybody to use my face as some kind of a floor rug just because I cannot have children. And people have said all kinds of silly things that make me I laugh a lot. At first, I used to get very wound up and upset and angry and all of that. I don't do that anymore. I pity people who think like that, actually. And people will pass comments like, yeah, it's because when you were younger, you were there instead of studying and being chaste and all of that. You were busy having abortions and hopping from one man's bed to the other, yada, yada, yada. And you don't even know anything about me. It just makes me laugh. I find it laughable. Right? But whatever the reasons for infertility are, that's not why we're here today. We'll talk about that separately. But I've never been pregnant. I wasn't hopping from no man's bed to another. Not that it's any of anybody's business, but that's not how it happened. But I don't feel that I owe anybody an explanation as to why I don't have children. I just don't. And one of the things that I find absolutely interesting is that the people that chastise and pull you down and make you feel horrible and disgusting about yourself are the people that look like me from my own home country of Ghana. The same people. That's not to say Ghanaians are the only ones that behave like that. It happens in most African countries. In Nigeria, it happens. It happens in Kenya, Zimbabwe, in Africa. That is a mindset that a lot of us have. Crazily enough. And sometimes you be actually disappointed and shocked to find that people who have been educated to high levels you would think would know better are actually the people that are perpetrators of this kind of attitude and meting out this kind of abuse to other women simply because you can't have children. Even more so, the people that have abused and said all kinds of things and everything And also women. It hurts even more. Because you would think that a woman who knows what it is to be a woman and has gone through all the difficulties that women face that we don't even talk about, a topic for another day, that those very same people are the people that are issuing and measuring and abusing other women because they can't have children. I have never met a man, my dad, my uncles, nobody that I know as a male in my whole lifetime has ever come to me and said, why don't you have children? So when are you going to have children? And this, that, and the other. It is always women who do that. They don't really understand the glimpse of life. I don't know, my darling. I don't know. You would expect women who have monthly periods, who have all the issues, the things that happen when people have children. There's so many women that are not speaking up today that have incontinence just because they've had children. Their pelvic walls have collapsed. A heck of a lot of things have happened. People just don't talk about it because it's too embarrassing to talk about. But I'm here as a 42-year-old woman with a big gob, as you can see, who is not going to allow anybody to pull me down because I cannot have children. I'm sorry, but I just won't do that. I won't do it. And the thing that is really interesting is that from England to now Canada and every other Western country that I've either visited or whatever, people love you for you. People love me for me. People don't start, oh, so do you have a family? Are you married? How many children have you got? Nobody has ever asked me that question. The people who ask me that question, they look like me. So, are you married? This is how the conversation will start. So, hi, hello. So where is your family? Which family? My parents live in Africa. Or globetrotting. I don't know where they are. They're living their lives. Yeah. I talk to them. Yeah, they're living their lives. So, oh, no, that's not what I mean. Do you have a husband? No. Okay, so where are the children? Which children? I don't have any. Then they either look at you with this pitiful look, or it's like, can't you see that you're growing? That it's time that you settle down and have children? I have a cousin actually who got denied a job. And people concluded that she was a lesbian because she was in her late 30s and didn't have children. And she was denied a job. Not on the merits or of the fact that she wasn't qualified for the job. She more than met all the criteria. But in the decision making, oh, you don't have any man. And you know, as a woman, we need somebody who is going to be dignified, who is married and has a family. And, you know, unfortunately, you don't quite meet that. So she was denied a job just because of that. And for a lot of women in Africa, that is the narrative. If you want to be in any position of authority and you're not married, you're not good enough. You could be the prime minister of whatever country. You're not married and you don't have children, you're not good enough. You can even be married to a dog. I'd much rather have you with a dog as a husband and puppies as children than to be single and be able to do the impossible. Hello, my sister. We've missed out on so much as Ghanaians. It's such a pity, my darling. It really, really is. It is such a pity that is the case. Wish I could meet or see you one day in Canada You're an African Canadian. Oh, you're so funny. If you come to Calgary, you will. Come to Calgary and let's meet up, my love. Yeah, it's funny. It's absolutely sad that this is the way that we think as Africans. I'm not just going to say Ghanaians. I pick on Ghanaians a lot because I am, but it doesn't mean that they're the only ones that are like that. Nigerians can be worse. For some of the atrocities that I hear women from Nigeria who can't have children go through, that's on a whole new level. You're really speaking for people who can't speak out. I know, darling. The mentality has robbed us of so much. Oh, my sister, your words are so profound. The thinking is just backward. Period. The thinking is so backward. And it's so sad that that is the narrative. You don't have children, you have to have children. You've had one child, let's say it's a boy. Oh, you have to hurry up and have another one. And then you have another one, it's another boy. Oh, you have to try for a girl. You have 4 girls. Oh, now you need to have a son. Somebody who can be an heir to your husband. What is this? And so many people have fallen from this lie, from the pit of hell, having children they can ill afford to look after and give the best to. It's Africans generally who thinks like that. It's not just Ghanaians. I know, honey. I just picked Ghana because my parents are Ghanaian. So I have to say that. Every time I've been to a family function, I'm happy-go-lucky, enjoying my day, and somebody has to behave like a demon that has been sent to come and mess me up for the day by asking me stupid questions. So when are you going to bring the man? When are you going to show us this man? When are you going to get married? Why is that any of your business? And you know, it's so interesting that the people asking you those questions, you look at them and you just feel sorry for them. Their clothes are all wet. You can see their life is so rugged and so run down. Their hair is all over the place. They have children behind them, besides them, in front of them, with stuff coming out of, snot coming out of their nose. And they're asking you when you're going to have children. Like, I just laugh. It's funny. It is funny. But you know, the funny thing is that my parents, my dad and mom who conceived me, my mom who gave birth to me, my parents who looked after me, did all the midnight feeds, the hospital, the school runs, everything, have never once in their life sat me down and said, you know, Zika, you're getting older. You have to have children now. It has to happen. And what are we going to do about it? When my parents pick up the phone and call me, they want to know how I'm doing. That's the first question. How are you today? Are you fine? How is your health? What is happening? How is work? They want to know about those things. Who cares about children? I have 3 siblings. They're all daughters. So we're 4 daughters. My younger siblings all have children. 5 of them so far, between the 3 of them. I love the children to bits. Like, they come up with the most interesting things. And I love them. But I didn't give birth to any of them. But I love them. But that's still not good enough for a lot of people. Oh, you know, as the oldest child of the house, you know, you have to give your mom and dad children so that they can be happy. Who told you they're not happy? Who told you that? Who told you that my parents are not happy? I wish I met some of those who think marriage and children are first steps to success. Look into life beyond that thinking. Oh, I wish I could hug you right now. It is shameful that the people who think like that haven't fixed their lives. They don't have a roof over their own heads. They can't pay their children's school fees. The children are not going to get no good education or no exposure. There's no opportunities to succeed and be better than them. 10 children later, they're not minding their own business about how the fees are going to get paid, where they're going to put the children, but they're concerning themselves with me and the fact that I don't have no children. There's so many women who have lost their lives tragically because of this stupidity back in our home countries. Last year or the year before, I heard about this young girl in the prime of her life. She was working for one of the most renowned airlines in this lifetime, had a fantastic job, made good money. But she had issues and she couldn't have children. She met this seemingly older man. He had had children from a previous relationship and the two of them were happy together. But still, this young woman will step out of her house and, you have this house, you have this car, you have everything. Who are you living for? You have to have a child. You have to have, and when you're in that environment and you hear it so many times, unfortunately, like the word, you know how they say the word comes by hearing, and hearing the word of so it's like a broken record that is playing over and over and over and over again, and somehow it seeps inside of you because that's all you're surrounded by. It's very difficult to block out the noise when that's all you're hearing. You go to work, people are asking. You come home, people are asking. You go to church, people are asking. You go to a wedding, people are asking. It's hard. Okay? So they have the children. This woman would go for functions and that is all the people are talking about. Sadly, she fell for it and thought that she has to satisfy this thing. She goes to the doctors, they look at her, examine her and, look, darling, don't do it. It's not going to have a happy ending. Don't do it. She takes her folder, leaves this doctor's and goes to somebody else who agrees to do it without knowing her medical history. She goes, they implant this thing, IVF, whatever. 4 months down the line, she's had multiple complications, multiple organs failing. And tragically, at 36, this young woman is no more. She was her mom's only child. She's dead. And there's so many other stories like that. So many. There's also another story where this young girl, and that's actually, today I can talk about it freely, but it made me very angry. This young girl was a qualified chartered accountant, married to a pastor's son. Now, the children by themselves, because they were young, in their 20s, they're happily living their lives. But it's always the observers that are worried. So this pastor, she's a woman, interestingly, you have to give my son children. We need children. We have to have children. You need to give us children. You have to have children. So this young girl started seeing medics back in Ghana, got told that she has issues and that they didn't think that her uterus was going to be able to support any kind of pregnancy and that she should think about adoption. Oh no, the pressure was too much. Her mother-in-law, it was just too much. So this young girl goes and forces her doctor, it will be fine. We will, does she eat children? Exactly. Sister Amma, how are you? And then trying to satisfy the spectators. Exactly. She goes ahead. I know, sis. I try to look good. I don't know how it's gonna last, how long it's gonna last for, but I'm trying. Very soon the Rasta will start popping out again and then it will be game over. This young woman went to see the doctors, forced their hand. Oh, she'll do everything. The pregnancy will survive. Against all medical advice. She got pregnant. Every week she has to go see the doctor. They tried, they did everything. And they told her as soon as she starts having any sign of complication, they would have to terminate the pregnancy, no matter how old it is, or she dies. 4 months in, she starts bleeding. She goes to the doctor. The advice is to have a termination. She's not having any of it. Obviously, she's in and supported by her mother-in-law, who is a pastor. So against medical advice, they took this girl out of hospital and took her to the church pulpit. And there were prayer warriors night and day praying for this girl. The blood was just oozing. She bled for a good 10 days, non-stop. They tried everything. And when she was almost lifeless, and they saw that the matter had gotten out of hand and nothing they could do was going to fix it, they carried her almost deceased body and took it back to the same hospital. There were 16 doctors that were stood around this woman for 24 hours. They did everything they could do. Blood transfusions on her feet, her toes, anywhere they could find a vein, there was blood going in. And yet it just kept coming out. 27-year-old girl. She died too. Because she couldn't have children. And she's not the only one. There's so many people. Like, when I start talking about this, it just takes me to a different zone. So I would just leave it here. Too many people. And yet this stupidity is not going to have a happy ending. Hello, Auntie, how are you doing? What is wrong with the vows that we make? For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. Like, when people are saying those things, do they actually understand what they're saying? Because what I'm finding is a lot of people are loving conditionally. I love you as long as you can give me children. Do you understand what it means for better or for worse? Like, if I can't have children, I can't have children. What do you want me to do? Since this video of 2 days ago, if I begin to tell you the comments that I've had in my inbox, the people who don't want to be known or talked about, it's appalling. And I just want to say this to my brothers, because you're part of the reason why I'm here this morning. You marry somebody, you go do all the medical tests because you want to have children. The person has told you that they can't have children for whatever reason. You say to them, oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm a man of God. I understand these things. It's God who gives. If he chooses to bless our marriage with children, he will. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. People say all these things. Like, talk is cheap. Now you're with this woman, and a lot of the times the men don't inform their wives that they can't put up with this life anymore. They can't not have children. So they're pretending around their wives and all of that and this and that and the other. And cheating behind their back. I actually know a woman who couldn't have children. And by the time she could say Jack Robinson, her husband had had 6 kids with 6 different women in different parts of the country. And now wanted to go bring those 6 children to the wife to take care of. He doesn't know what happened. It was the devil. please have mercy on me. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but you know, we just have to have children. Yada, yada, yada. A lot of bollocks. And if any man did that to me, I will leave. Any woman who has children for any man that I have anything to do with, whoever had the children, will look after their own children. I am never ever going to take on somebody else's child that they've had with my own husband or partner or whatever. Never. I'll never do it. Because I can't do it. That is my prerogative. That is my decision. And I will stand with it till the day I'm not here anymore. That's my choice. Some women choose to sit and take the children. You have one, you go have two, you have three, he'll have 10. Because he thinks you're stupid. And you're inadequate because you can't have children. Even me who have had kids I've struggled to take care of them. Exactly. And I'm not even at that place yet. We haven't even come to that point yet. I am not going to look after any child that any man who chooses to be with me has gone to have elsewhere after telling me that he's happy to not have children. The kids will stay where they are with whoever he had the children with. And me, I'm packing my bags and I'm gone. You go be your happy family with your new wife or whatever and the children. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That is my position. You know, at this point in my life, anything that does not give me peace, I don't want to know nothing about it. My peace today is the most important commodity in my lifetime right now. So if you're a man and you're not giving me peace, oh yeah, bye-bye. If it is my head that is not giving me peace, oh yeah, bye-bye. Because I don't and I can't deal with that. I just can't do it. And what a lot of men don't understand is that it is bad enough for whoever can have children, especially if they want to have children, but they can't have children. It's bad enough. The pain is agonizing. People like me are finding coping mechanisms to cope with my own situation. Do what works for you. But for me, Seeker sat here today. I cannot look after a child that my own husband or partner or whatever chose to disrespect me, didn't have no discussion with me, didn't say nothing, and chose to hide in the dark and go have the children, and then expect that, oh, because I can't have children, all I need to do is apologize to my wife that I went and had children with some other woman, and you're expecting me to look after them? You've got another thing coming. I will pack my bags and I will leave. Because I am not putting up with that disrespect. I'm not doing it. And this is why I'm a big fan. And I've always talked about the fact that we women need to have these serious, all-important conversations with our partners before we say I do. Because me, from the get-go, once you come hovering around like a fly, oh, you're so beautiful, I love you so much, I love your eyes, I love your nose, I love your whatever. The first thing I say to you is, my darling, I can't have children. If you know that you can't live with that, waka pass. I am never going to try. Don't come talk to me about IVF because I'm not doing it. I am not doing, and I list it all out for you. I am not doing. If you can't live with it, move on. I am not the woman for you. I'm not. I cannot have children. If you cannot live with that, get on, jog on. Any woman who's treated like that should take it as a huge disrespect. Oh, but women are putting up with it, Sister Vivian. Women are enduring too much in marriage. No enjoyment whatsoever. Auntie, if I start to tell you, yeah, I am so emotional and passionate about this subject. And a lot of people, oh, it's just because you can't have children. That's why you're saying those things. Maybe. But I just don't understand why any woman should allow themselves. Because I think it's a fact that you are allowing yourself to be treated like that. The last time I checked, which is a few minutes before I started this video, I still had boobs. I'm sure you can see them in the video. They're still there. Everything about me still looks like a woman, I hope. And so if having a child is what is defining me as a woman, my brother, waka pass. I've cut out so many people out of my life today because of the stupid comments that they would make. I've told you that my peace is the most important commodity in 2023 for me. Anything that does not serve that peace goes. Because I'm trying so hard to build myself up, to have an empire, to be happy, to fulfill my destiny. I don't have time to now allow anybody's degrading comments and things that people are saying to me to come and upset me. Of course, everyone has their priorities. If you can have the children, go ahead and have them. But for me, Sika Antonio, I cannot have children. Accept it. Deal with it. Or don't. It's as simple as that. I remember 2 years ago, I recorded a video and, but you can have IVF. As if, like I've been living on a different planet and I don't know that there's something called IVF. Oh, you need to, you shouldn't stop trusting or having faith in God. God can do the impossible. Are you God? Do you know what God is saying about my own life? You don't. You are not God, so don't pretend to be Him. Let God be God in my life. If God wants me to have children, I will have them. But right now, my focus is not on having children. My focus is on living my life to the fullest. So whatever makes me happy, I do that. Every single day, I do that. That is my choice. That is my prerogative. If you can't understand that, if you can't respect that and my decision, you are in the wrong place. Maybe you need to leave. So ask yourself the question, can I put up with what this girl is saying? Because this is my life, my platform, my page, my everything. People just don't have any boundaries. That's what Auntie is saying. No boundaries. You go for a function and somebody sees you. Look at how fat you've become. Can't you see that you've gained weight? Can't you do something about it? I'm sorry. What do you know about this person? For all you know, they're taking some medication. They're fighting to stand on their own 2 feet. Just that sentence that you made has crushed the person for life. When people are expanding, don't you think they can see that they've expanded? They buy clothes for themselves. If you're wearing a size 12 and now you have to wear a size 20, I'm sorry, but you can see that you're expanding. Don't need anybody with a big mouth to come and say that, and you're gaining weight and you put on so much weight and you're so fat and yada yada. It is none of your business. Mind your business. So, don't you have any sense All your siblings are having children. You're the first one. What are you waiting for? All this studying, and all this profession. What are you using profession for? What is the essence of education and profession when you don't have children to enjoy the fruits of your labor? Are you kidding me? I hate it when people say children are a blessing to marriage. So what about marriages that don't have children? Oh, sis. Oof. I wish I could hug you right now. Stupid. That's what it is. And backward thinking. That's what that is. Stupid and backward thinking. Saying all kinds of things, driving people up the wall, and driving people to do things that, don't make any sense. So now this pastor, the son's wife has died. Is she happy now? She got what she wanted. She killed somebody's daughter, as far as I'm concerned. Why can't people just be happy and enjoy their marriage, children or not? Because I've heard parents come to me and tell me, Sika, I know you love to have children and you're so upset that you're not able to. But trust me, I wish I could be in your shoes right now. I was deceived and I bought this myth that having children is what gives you the peace of mind. Oh my, it was anything but that. If you're not ready to have children, don't have them because somebody says you ought to have them. Are you ready to be a parent? Because it's a sacrificial role that you play for life. I'm in my 40s and I'm still a child to some people who chose to have me. I'm still their baby. I still behave like a child around them. They still call in every day to check up on me to see if I'm dead or alive. It's a lifelong commitment that you take up till the day that you're 6 foot under. Are you ready? We shouldn't allow anyone to choose how we live. Yeah, that's like giving your power to somebody. Recently, they tend to stigmatize mothers of the only one-sex children. It's so annoying. I don't know. I just can't think far, my darling. It's crazy. It's crazy. But as somebody who doesn't have children, and for the people who started this journey with me, I hope you've seen a change because 3 years ago, that wound was to the bone. But right now, you just have to come to a place of acceptance of what the situation is. IVF is still no guarantee. I know somebody who has had more than half a dozen IVFs in the quest to have children, suffering consequences out of over IVFs and sitting in their one corner minding their business. My darling, when you meet a woman and you want to be with her, full disclosure before you move any further. These things that I'm telling you are the first conversations I have. Like by the second or third chat, we've already cleared the air, so you know where you stand. I don't want any time wasting. So that if I'm not your cup of tea, you can move on and go find the person who is the baby making machine for you. Because me, I cannot have. And I'm not going to do it. I will not be convinced by anybody to try anything. Period. And so my brothers in the house, if you're here, share this video. I beg of you, share this video. As many people who need to hear this word, share this video. And I need my brothers to understand one thing. When you meet a woman, if having children is such a big thing for you, please disclose. And my darling sisters, if you know you can't have children, or you have complications, say it from day one. There's so many women who hide their infertility and the difficulties that are ensuing from their menstrual cycles and all sorts of things, because if you do full disclosure, the man won't marry you, so I just need to just keep it to myself, and then he'll find out. That's deceit in my mind. Lay it all out there. It's all out there on social media. You are here, you can hear me. How many times have I told you I can't have children? I ain't having no children. How many times? If you can't live with it, pass. Plain and simple. So whoever is choosing to be with me, we've already talked about that. And it's clear. The truth at the beginning of every relationship is important. Exactly. So it's clear and it's out there. But one thing that I find fascinating is that in our culture, people can be happily married. There's nothing wrong with a woman. She's not to know that she has any complications because she has her monthly cycles on time and whatever, and everything seems fine. She's married to the man. He also thinks that he is fine. A year comes and goes, nothing. 2 years, nothing. Okay, now you go see your doctor and they have to do investigations. As soon as they find that the issue is with the woman, I knew it. I knew it was her. I'm a man, I know what I do. I knew it was her. Okay? A lot of men would remove their support from such women at that point, when she's down and out and needs your support the most. Few men stick with their women. And the men that I have seen who stick with their women, they don't look like us. Kudos to my Oyibo brothers, my Caucasian brothers in the house. Kudos to them. Because in all my time going to fertility clinics and this, that, and the other, the only men I saw holding their wives, kissing them every 2 minutes, and they don't look like us. Children or no children, they're there. They go for every appointment, every injection, everything, every scan. They are there holding their wives or girlfriends or whatever. Our own men. Go and sort out your mess. Go and sort out your mess. Because it's your fault. I'm sure it's the witches and wizards in your family that have eaten all the children out of your tummy. Go sort out your mess. The men want nothing to do with you because they've now found that there are complications. Isn't it sad? Our men need to do better. They do need to do better. Another thing that is very interesting is that when the fertility treatment is in progress, you are on your own. Belinda, thank you so much. Another thing that I find fascinating, and Sister Abiba too, God bless you for your stars. Like, your love is overwhelming. God bless you, darling. I see you. It's even worse when the mother-in-laws and sisters-in-law gang up against the wife. I will leave. Especially if I don't hear my husband doing anything about it. I am gone. He can marry his sister and his mom. Bye-bye. I'm done. How many Ghanaian and Nigerian movies haven't we watched like that? The women will move in. Some of the mothers-in-law will come and sleep between the wife and the son. What kind of disrespect is that? Yeah. But the other thing that's very interesting is that when they're going for the fertility treatment, and then it turns out that the man has been shooting blanks the whole time. His sperm count is not that high, or he also has complications. They want you to hush that one. They don't want anybody to hear about that one. Oh, you know, these things, they happen in life. If you really love me, you will stick with me. Men keep quiet and allow women to take the flak because they can't have children, and people come into the marriage and blame the women when the men know full well that they are the reasons why there are no children. But they will zip up and allow their wives to be abused, beaten up, and some, meanwhile, they know they are the ones that are not promoting whatever it is happening. But they shush it and allow the woman to go through that. I heard the story about a man who had been with his wife for so many years. The woman had done all the tests under the sun, and the doctors had told her there was nothing wrong with her. Every time they wanted to see the man, he refused. Until the woman decided she was going to pack bag and baggage and leave. He begrudgingly agrees. They go, they look, and boom, he is the cause of the problem. He doesn't. His sperm count is just, in fact, there's nothing. Okay. So now the woman has to make peace with the fact that she can't have children because her husband can't give her the children. And he doesn't want her to go for IVF where some other person's sperm is fertilizing his eggs, so they're not having children. She's making a peace with it, trying to, deal with the whole thing. Then the in-laws from hell start coming into their marriage and insults and this, that. The man just sits and allows it all to unfold. And the wife is constantly battered and all that. And when they leave, then he's now trying to console her, blah, 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 blah. One day she just decided, you know what, I've had enough of this bollocks. She wants to leave and end the marriage. The man says, no, you are staying. I don't want you anymore. Oh, we'll work on it. Okay. There is this man that she knew, I think they had been together before. So she says, you know what? I'm done with this. She goes, meets this guy. They do whatever. She's pregnant with twins. The man knows full well that this pregnancy is not his. But he still wants her to stay. It's fine. We'll look after the children. At least the children will cover my shame. It will be our secret. Nobody has to hear about it. When she's really showing, the father of the children says, hey, I'm marrying you. I didn't just put you in the family's way to come in. No. You are leaving him and we are being together. So they get a divorce. The man is bitter, angry, everything. And she moves in with the father of the children. They have the first set of twins and have 2 more children, 4 of them in total. And now everybody's bad-mouthing her. How could you leave this marriage? Marriage is supposed to be for better and for worse. And you didn't do the right thing. And how could you do that? But I didn't hear anybody saying anything. When this woman was being battered, people will come in, blend all kinds of concoctions and pour it on her, beat her up and everything. The man just sat down, exorcising and whatever. She's a witch, she's a demon, she's this, she's that. Women are putting up with all of that because some people are trying to save their husbands' faces, knowing full well the issue is not them, the issue is their spouses. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, from where I'm sitting, We have to have full disclosure. If I can't have children, I'm telling you, I cannot have children. It's there on social media, here, right here. We're all talking about it. Everybody now knows Ika can't have children. It's not a secret. Okay? And I'm happy with that. I don't care. It doesn't define me as a person. I don't want no sympathy. I don't want no pastor's numbers. I don't want any church miracle, anything. Please don't send me none of that. I'm not interested. I'm happy the way I am. I've woken up this morning, dressing up. After now, this is my day off from work. I'm going to hang out with one of my sisters for the day. We're going out. Yeah. Some of the people who abuse and chastise me do that because you wish you had the life I do. That is why, plain and simple. I'm living my life. And that is the point that I'm making to a lot of us. My baby brother was in the university before my mom's twin brother had his only child. None of my family members directly or indirectly poke nose through words of prayers or greeting. Well, I know. I don't know. But all I'm saying this morning to all of us here is, my sisters, it is time you start defining yourself. Having a child is not part of that definition. You're a person. You're a woman made in the image and likeness of God. You are the way you are for a reason. God has made you who you are. My sister Alma says, you are blessed the way you are. Me, I'm nursing my 2 kids and there's no chilling. I love Alma so much because she speaks her truth. There's so many mothers faking it about how fantastic their lives are because they have children. But when I see my own siblings dealing with their 1s and 2s and 3 kids, I can see that it's not a joke. A lot of the time, they need grandma to the rescue because they can't do it by themselves. Grandma and grandpa to the rescue. It's hard work. It's not everybody's job. Maybe God knows that this kind of cross, yeah, with everything else that I've given to this girl, nah. She says she wants, but she doesn't know what it actually entails. So no, this is not going to give you peace. Just accept it for who you are and move on with your life. It is bad enough that women know that they cannot have children when they want to have the children. I always say having children or marriage does not define you or not an achievement. My people say it is Western thinking. They're stupid. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Because I'm sat here this morning at peace with myself. When I want to go hang out with my nephews and nieces, all I need is a plane ride. 4 hours and I'm down there. They can tumble, stamp on me, pull my hair. Somebody's trying to braid my hair. Somebody's holding a sewing machine trying to sew something. Oh, when I've had enough of them, I'm like, okay, sis, love you. Hi, kids. Bye-bye. And I'm back. I have my peace again. There's so many children in my life that I'm auntie to. The sister that I'm going to see today, she's got 2 girls. When the girls come back from school, yeah, we're going to have a good time. And when we're done, I can kiss them goodnight and come home to bed. So I can dip in and out of children nursery time as and when I want to. And I'm still living my life. Still trying to build an empire, a career, everything. that's going to make me happy and afford me the ability to live the life of my dreams. In a few short years from now, I want to travel to see Amma in Dubai. Tomorrow, I'm in Ontario to see you, sis. Who can lie about taking care of? They must be kidding. When I went through with my older 2 boys. Yeah, but people don't speak the truth, my love. They make those of us who can't have children feel like we're missing out on something fantastic. When in reality, what we're missing out is diaper change and and midnight feeds. They don't talk about that one. They don't. And when I've been to do it for my siblings when they've had children, after a couple weeks, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Done. Yeah, thank you. It's hard work. And if you're unlucky to have a husband who doesn't touch anything, doesn't want to do anything, only want to play with the children when they're nice and all bathed and they're smelling good, as soon as they poo, hey, Amma, come and take your children. You've had it. Vivian says, my back is breaking due to C-section. You see, people are owning their truth. People are owning their truth. So my position is a blessing in disguise. Yay, Pastor P. Mwah, 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 mwah. How are you? My position right now is a place of peace. And I'm contented with myself, in my place. Men, if you know you want to have children and you can't deal with somebody who can't, own your truth. And stop putting women through the pain. Because the sisters that have been in my inbox that have been going on about what their husbands have done to them because they can't have children, some of it I can't even talk about here on social media. I can't. It's appalling. But you see, my darling, when you believe the lie from the pit of hell, that because you can't have children, somehow there's some kind of deficiency, that is when you allow that kind of treatment from other people. I love you so much. And I want to see my sisters who are in the same place as me begin to rise and redefine yourself and who you are. The way to do that is to sit and ask yourself some very hard questions. Ask yourself some difficult, hard questions. It's difficult, it's painful, but you need to ask yourself those questions. And one of the questions that helped me on my own journey to arrive at this place is, Seeker, and I responded to myself, what is it about having children that you're so hell-bent on? Why is it such a big thing? Is it because you're looking for somebody that can be a part of your life, that you can impart things to and, you know, like mold into a person? Is that what this is all about? And if the truth is yes, okay, you can't have children naturally. But there's so many children that are being put in plastic bags and dumped in all kinds of horrendous places. Somebody else has done all the hard work for you. Why don't you go adopt a child that you can now call your own? Bring her to the place that you're at and nurture this child. What's the difference? What is the difference. No, 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 no. The child has to be my own child. It has to be, the child has to come from me. Oh, really? Pastor P says, it may not be childbearing, but anything that you can't have in life, just enjoy. Right? So if it is that, then go and have the child and look after the child. Sometimes you dig deep and deep and deep, and you find that you're only doing this because somebody says that this is what is going to make you a woman, not because you even know what it entails. So ask yourself, stand in the mirror and ask yourself those hard questions. And if the overarching thing is still that you just want to have an impact in somebody else's life, there's so many children out there. Go get one and step up and parent that child. If it is not that, then there is some deep-seated wound that needs healing. Then go fix that wound. Go nurture that wound and heal from that wound. Counseling, coaching, therapy, they help you to find a new purpose and channel all that pent-up energy, frustration, anger, bitterness, pain into something else that is profitable and it's actually going to get you from point A to point B. Because I'm at a stage in my life now where I recognize that this thing that I want that I can't have, God is still using that to show up mightily in my own life. And if you allow him to, and you don't allow other people to degrade, belittle, and disrespect you, God will pick you up too and make a hugely honorable person out of you. Stop hearing and buying into this lie that unless you can have children, you're not adequate. You are enough just the way you are. You're enough just the way you are. And I need for us to understand that. Because not doing that, not accepting and understanding that, is allowing and opening up yourself for other people to tell you all manner of things and play games with your mind. Own your truth. Live your life to the fullest. I sit here today and I know that if I did have children, things would be so different. There's so many things I would want to do that I would either not be able to do right now, or like a lot of things have to be just turned around upside down. Because you have to give your children the best of everything. Each generation to the next has to have better opportunities than the previous. Sadly, the people that are shouting at me, you need to have children, you need to have children, are people who can't even look after their own 5 that they have. But they're coming to tell me that I need to have children. I remember the last time you were talking about this, we could see all the sorrow, sadness, and pain all over you. What happened to you, Sika, for you to get to this point of satisfaction? Thank you so much for your question, Pastor Patience. It's been a lot of growing through coaching, mentorship, having somebody literally hold your hand and help you figure out where you're at, what it is that is making you stuck, and being able to live your best, purposeful life. And I've walked the walk, done the hard work, Work in progress, because I'm still not where I want to be. And I thank God for this journey. If you're sat down listening to me today and you're still at that point that I was at 3 years ago as Pastor P, one of the honorable women in my life that has been there, seen the journey and the transformation to this point when I'm still on the journey, is talking about reach out and let's talk. If you go to www.seekereducates.com, you can book yourself a coaching session and we can have a conversation. And you can have the blueprint of everything that has happened on the journey to get to this point. And it's been so liberating. Oh yes, Auntie, yeah, it's so powerful. It is. There have been tears. There have been screams. There have been hurts. There have been everything. But go around full circle. And today, I'm happy. I know when I go back and watch this video, there will be tears. Not because I'm sad. But when I go and because I watched that video that Pastor Patience was talking about. And today when I watch it, I'm like, really? Was that me? What was wrong with me? How could I do that? But it's a part of a big story that needs to be had and be said. So thank you, Pastor Patience, for asking that all-important question. God richly bless you. Go follow Pastor Patience. Turn Your Pain into Purpose is the page. Go follow, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Go do it. Please, right now, if you love me. Sister Amma says, I have tears in my eyes now for the progress. You see, all the usual suspects are coming out. We are all congregating. Yeah. Amma Manson, God bless you. God bless you. You know I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hard, difficult questions. And maybe when I ask you the questions, what is this girl talking about? How can she say a thing like this? It's the painful truth. You know, sometimes when you have a wound and it has all the things that is not making it heal, you have to, unfortunately, put hot water and squeeze the living life out of it. It will hurt, you will scream, you will kick, you with everything. But after you've done all of that, when the wound is healed and it's now looking very beautiful, and you can't even see the scar too well, you ask yourself, oh, was I the same person that had that wound that's refused to heal? It's okay to respond to your feelings, of course. And there's still down days, because it's always a battle, isn't it? But the good days are there, the bad days are down there. And as soon as you see that you're, oh, no, yeah, reset, and you move ahead. There's a lot of things that just have to change about you. A lot. Just like, you know, when a plane takes flight, or shall I say a spaceship takes flight, it has to lose, you know, all those heavy metal engine thingies so that it can position properly and hit targets. A lot of things have to fall off. There's a lot of fluff that has to go. Oh, there's so much. I'm not going to go into all of that right now. www.seekereducates.com. Go there. Book yourself a seat. Come, let's talk. It might not be childlessness, but that's not the only thing. It's not a childlessness clinic. But there's other things that also give you emotional debris and all kinds of things that is holding you back. book yourself a seat and come, let's talk too. Talking from a point and a place of knowledge, which is knowing now. Absolutely. Absolutely. What works for somebody doesn't necessarily work for you. So you need to know yourself. Big thing. Profound statement. You need to know yourself. Who am I? Who is Sika Educates? Who is she? Who am I? Who is Belinda? Who is Sister Rita? Who is Pastor Patience? Who is Sister Amma Manson? Who are all these amazing women? They've all had to do the same thing. Who are you? Knowing who you are. Big thing. Because once you do, a lot of the things that my sister who inspired this live video will not be happening. There is no way under the surface of this planet that I would allow anybody to walk all over me because I can't have children. You go first. Because it ain't gonna be me. It's not going to be me. You are God. Knowing yourself, loving yourself, prioritizing yourself and the things that you need to do is the way to live your life. Children or no children. Sister Amma said something very funny. I am laughing about it, but she knows why she's saying what she's saying. You're watching from Brooklyn? Oh, man. Thank you, Simone. I love that name so much. The name Simone. There was a time when I told my mom that I wanted to be called Simone. I love that name so much. God bless you for being here. All the way from the US of A. Wow. Love yourself and know where you are as a person. Pick up all the debris, pick out all the debris, push it to one side, bin it, whatever. I do. Simone is a lovely name, isn't it? Yeah. Simone is a lovely, lovely name. And Sister Amma Manson, thank you for owning your truth. Because a lot of mothers don't. All that mothers want us to see is the picture perfect pictures that they post on Facebook and they're kissing their sons and daughters. And yeah, that's it. That's all we see. And then, you know, in your short-sightedness, you're looking at those pictures and you're thinking, oh, I'm missing out, you know. What is wrong with me? Only me. I can't have what Sister Amma and everybody else can have. Careful what you wish for. Yeah. Children are a gift. Children are precious, but children are a lot of work. Can you speak about adopted children in a positive way? There's a negative stigma still. I have 3 adopted kids. I wouldn't have them without help and sacrifices from other people. Lots of different emotions. Thank you so much, my sister Carmel. I love that name too. God bless you for being here, darling. Adopted children, natural children, whatever you want to call them, they're all children nonetheless. Every child. It takes a community to raise any child. That's God's honest truth. It does. A lot of us wish that we have spouses that are hands-on dads that will help the mothers raise the children. Some people do, some people don't. But apart from that, it takes a community, a good network of friends, support in the community in which you are to raise children. And I'm sorry, Sister Carmel, if you felt that I was trying to shed adopting children in any other light than a positive light. Because one day, I would love to have an adopted child. Adopted or not, a child that I would raise, have fun with, enjoy to the max. And there's nothing wrong with, who cares? Why does an adopted child have to be treated in some special kind of way? Why? Why? They're just children. Period. Every child is a child, adopted or not. It is we humans that always try to appropriate definitions and put certain things into. I grew up with a friend who had an adopted sister. Believe you me, I never even knew that young lady was an adopted child until much, much later in life, when their mom told mine that child was adopted. She looked like the rest of them. She did everything like them. There was no difference at all whatsoever. I have an aunt who had 2 children of her own and then adopted a lot of other children too. Believe you me, the adopted children are still the ones that call her every day, check up on her. Her own children, God, they can't be bothered. So children are a gift from God, and it is not the birthing the children from your canal that kind of makes something mysterious of them or puts them in any special class. A child is a child, needing nurturing, love, kisses, hugs, chastising, everything, to become a well-rounded human being that will contribute meaningfully to society. And that's all that matters. Auntie Ya says that I'm so free at this stage of my life, and I relish it. It's a lot of work to raise children, truth be told. And I'm so happy that Auntie Ya, Sister Amma, Pastor Patience, like the people that say that it is. It's not funny to want your children to have the best of life, good education. It's sacrifice. If you think children are just a muppets that you can dress up and, do their hair and whatever, and they'll be looking beautiful and handsome and following you around, and everybody will be giving you accolades because you have children, you've got another thing coming. Ask the real parents in the house who will tell you God's honest truth. It's nothing like that. Sister Simone said, I ended up getting away from my abusive relationship with my children. I raised my 2 stepchildren. Even one didn't know my stepchildren was not my own, because I took care of them like I gave birth to them. Exactly. There should be no difference. Children are just children, period. Whether you gave birth to them naturally or not, doesn't matter. They're children. Love them, period. I love everybody so much for being here. Thank you so much. Pastor Patience, wow. The thing that she asked me was just so profound. I'm still thinking about it. Thank you so much. Now, throughout this week, or shall I say for the first half of this week, I was talking about sunk cost fallacy. I was. If you haven't watched that video, please go back to Monday and Tuesday's video, because I talked about sunk cost fallacy and how it pertains to relationships and how it pertains to our daily lives. And the reason why we're watching those videos is because on the 15th of April, I believe it's a Saturday, yes it is, there is going to be the next webinar about emotional well-being and how that affects our daily lives. The things that we need to put in check so that we can move on and hit the targets, reach the destinies, and live our best lives. If you're interested, please book yourself a seat, come sit down, and let's have that all-important conversation. It's a webinar on the 15th of April. It's not free. So let's just put that out there. It's not free. If you're interested, seriously interested, type the word link in this video and I will send you the link. Go book yourself a seat the 15th of April and come and let's have an all-important session that is going to change everything about you and set you on the path to progress, success, and the destined life that you've always wanted. I didn't think that it was going to be this long. I'm so happy. Thank every single one of you for being here. Sister Alma, thank you so much. Pastor Patience, God bless you. Auntie Ya, God bless you. Sister Tori, God bless you. Abby Batu, I love you. Faunhudie, is that what it is? I hope so. Hope I said it right, sister. I don't know your name. I'm going to reach out to you after this video. Sister Joy, Sister Finda, Sister Carmel, Rita, Tapisu, Annie, Sister Vivian. Wow. Christiana. Oh, my brother Kweku, I can't see you anymore. I hope you're still here. Lynn, I love you all so much. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I still do, but I can only see what I can see. Did I see Emeka? I think I did. Emeka, God bless you. And who else? Ariola, yeah. Brenda, how did I miss that? I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. I can see link coming up. I will send you the link. Don't you worry. Yeah, and let's talk about that. But go watch the video on Monday. Monday was... What day was Monday? The 20th of March. Sunk cost fallacy and how it affects relationships. And then on Tuesday the 21st, sunk cost fallacy and our daily lives. Thank you so much. Stay beautiful. Stay handsome. God bless you. I've learned a lot. Take care. Okay? All right. It's time to go. Oh, Celestina. Oh, please. You were hiding. Yeah. I adopted a child 6 months ago. I took care of that child. Raising children is so stressful. Where is the post? It's gone. I took care of that child more as I did my own children. She became so much like me. At age 8, the mom came for her. That I'm a Christian. Oh, that I'm a Christian. My. The postage is coming up and coming up. Oh, now I've lost it. You're a Christian and she doesn't want you to look after the child anymore. My sister Marcia, how are you? Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. You're a blessing to me too. I see you on every live video. God bless you. I love you so much. Thank you. God richly bless you. I'm the best thing. You're the best thing that happened to me and all too. God bless you, darling. Thank you. I love you all. Happy Friday. Think about the things I've said. And please, post this video, share this video, comment, say whatever you want to say. And help me push this video. A lot of people need to watch this video, need to watch it. And change our mindsets and the way we treat people. just because they don't or can't have children. I love you. Stay handsome and beautiful, and have a fantastic Friday. And there'll be more videos coming up. I think the weather is going to be nice today. So I will see you all soon. God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.